how'd you like that? What at the end? My they said something wrong with my camera, so I was like devastated because I had talked for 9 minutes and I was like, if this thing quit, I'm just gonna give up. But like it kind of cut off on me early, so that's what the whole mess up was. But 11 was Lord of the Rings trilogy. I love the Middle Earth thing. Fantastic movies, maybe the best trilogy ever. And I'm sorry, Jordan, but I think this trumps the Dark Knight trilogy. Um, Something that I love watching, something that I remember going to the theater and going with my dad and watching these movies, something that kind of brought us closer together. And I really love this movies. I really love this movies. I really love these movies. And just the whole tale of Frodo with the ring trying to get to Mordor. And you've got so many subplots and so many characters to talk about, and I just don't have time. But Lord of the Rings was number 11. All right, the top 10 guys is getting up there. Number 10, another Oliver Stone movie. This is a movie that I watched it and I was like, wow, I've got to get this. And I don't have it on Blu-ray yet because of one reason. They've got a digibook out, and I was tempted to buy it, but they're coming out with a box set soon, so I'm going to wait and get that. But that is Oliver Stone's JFK. Now, a lot of people like Kevin Costner. A lot of people don't like Kevin Costner. This is one of his best movies. This is something that JFK assassination was something that I was obsessed with, and I'm still am today. And I love this movie. I don't know how fictionally or medically, gosh, I don't know what to say anymore. I don't know how historically accurate this movie is, but it definitely takes a lot of the elements from the true story and jumbles them all up into a 3 hour long movie that I thought was fantastic. It's got some great acting, great storytelling. Probably the best Oliver Stone film besides Fourth of July, Born on the Fourth of July, which I think is his best. But JFK, another movie that this is a movie that you turn on TV and it's on, you can't stop watching it, and that's what happened to me, and that's why I love this movie, and that's JFK. Coming in at number 10. Number 9, another movie that was on a list of Jordan's. I think it might have been on um, Chad. I can't remember. Anyway, that is Rocky, and I'm talking about the first one. And I love all these movies, even five, no matter how bad it is. Um, but mainly talking about the first one. The first time I ever watched Rocky, I actually got these on DVD, and I'll show you the box. The box set is really cool. You got the Rocky anthology. That doesn't come with Rocky Balboa, but I bought that at Best Buy one day, and I didn't watch it. And then one week I got strep throat, and I was home for sick, and I watched all five of those movies in one day, and I just couldn't stop watching it. But definitely, Rocky is one of the coolest stories ever. 1976, I want to say it came out. I can't remember. Won Best Picture that year. Um, Probably the best movie Stallone's done. He's not the best actor, you guys know that, but definitely love The Rock, and I love Rocky too. Shout out to Dwayne Johnson. Number 8, um, Paul Thomas Anderson. I still have not yet watched Boogie Nights, and if I have, this may have been different. Boogie Nights may have made it into my top 10. But one movie that I have watched from Paul Thomas Anderson and I thought was fantastic, it contains my favorite actor, and that is There Will Be Blood. This is the ultimate movie of greed. This tells you what greed does to you as a person, what it will de-evolve you as. Um, this movie is fantastic. The whole first 20 minutes, there's no talking at all, and just the things that daunt you with the visuals is just amazing. Um, I think this may be, besides Lincoln, Daniel Day Lewis killed it as Lincoln. Let's all admit that. But I cannot imagine him any better than as Daniel Plainview in There Will Be Blood. A greedy old tycoon that takes over this town, steals all their oil, takes all the money. Um, Gosh, this is such a great movie. If you want to sit there and just be driven and riveted by somebody's performance, watch Daniel Day Lewis and There Will Be Blood. You will not be disappointed, I promise. Next up, a Tarantino movie that has made the top 10, and that is Pulp Fiction. I'm not going to get into a whole lot of it because, like I said, I'm short on time, and you guys know Pulp Fiction. And you're crazy if you haven't watched it. One of the greatest original stories ever told. One of the coolest movies ever shot from a man Tarantino. You got John Travolta, you got Samuel L. Jackson, you got Ving Rhames, you got Bruce Willis, you've got oh gosh, there's so many to name, and I just can't think of all of them. But Pulp Fiction is a great movie. If you haven't watched it, you just gotta. This movie is fantastic. I waited so long to see this movie, and after I watched it, I was so mad at myself for waiting so long because this is the movie that made me love Tarantino so much. And after that, I was like, I have to watch everything this man has done, everything this man has put his hands on, and he wound up being my favorite director and writer of all time. So definitely gotta check out Pulp Fiction. Uh, number six. This is number six. This is Forrest Gump. Tom Hanks, about a story of a guy. And that's about it. He goes through a lot of stuff. So I'm not going to talk a whole lot about it. So there you go. It's wow, Forrest Gump. um, you've seen that. I'm not even going to talk about it a whole lot. Now, this is another Tom Hanks movie. This is a movie that I have to watch every year, and I don't know why because I am just infatuated with it, and I love it. And this is gosh, Robert Zemeckis just really captivated me in this movie, and that is Castaway. And gosh, I don't know what it is about this movie, but I love it. This is one of my favorite, probably my favorite Tom Hanks movie ever. Gosh, it is just so good, so good. Um, he is on an island by himself pretty much this whole entire movie, and he doesn't have anybody to talk to but a volleyball. And gosh, it is just I love it. Something that you've got to watch if you never have. A lot of people didn't like it because they thought it was boring, but I thought it was fantastic. It is just a journey of a man trying to find himself, and that's what I think this movie's about. If you haven't watched Castaway, you gotta watch it. And one, two, three, four. This is number four. Another Tom Hanks movie. We got a Tom Hanks triple threat going on here, and that is Saving Private Ryan. The story behind this, you got Matt Damon, you got Tom Hanks, obviously, and you got a whole lot of other people. Gosh, there's just too many people to name. Paul Giamatti, Vin Diesel's in this movie. Um, Tom Sizemore, Edward Burns. I can't remember anybody else. It's about a story of a group of guys going to save Private Ryan, obviously, which is Matt Damon. All of his other brothers were killed in action, and they go out on this mission to go find him. I don't know what happened there. My camera flipped off, but definitely, and they go to try to find Matt Damon to bring him home to his mother that has already lost three or four of his other brothers who have died in combat. Takes place during World War II. This is another setup for Band of Brothers. If you've never watched it, you've got to watch Band of Brothers because it is just a fantastic miniseries. But Saving Private Ryan coming in at number four. Number three, talking about Cormac McCarthy. Now, this is the movie that I was talking to you about a while ago. That is No Country for Old Men. Now, this is some fantastic storytelling, some fantastic acting. Like I said, won Best Supporting Actor, won Best Picture, and I can't remember. Yeah, it did win Best Adapted Screenplay. So there you go. And it won Best Director. 4 Academy Awards on this bad boy right here. And that is No Country for Old Men. So definitely got to check this out. A lot of people didn't like the ending. That's why they hated this movie. I, for one, loved it because it was so original and so, like, I did not see that coming kind of thing. So definitely got to check that out. Um, these next two movies, can't talk a whole lot about them because we've only got a minute left. You've seen it. Another Christopher Nolan movie. Ken Watanabe, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Maureen Cotillard, Ellen Page, Tom Hardy, Cillian Murphy, Tom Berenger, and Michael Caine, and Leonardo DiCaprio. And that is Inception. This is such an original film. If you've never seen it, you gotta watch it. Fantastic movie. This is a movie you gotta sit down and pay attention to because if you don't, you're gonna get confused. Definitely gotta check out Inception, which is my number two. And coming in at number one with 35 seconds left to go. Gosh, you already know this. Shawshank Redemption. How can you not have this in your top one? The on-screen storytelling, the character development, the great partnership that you get between Morgan Freeman and Tim Robbins is just fantastic. You're stupid if you haven't seen this movie. I'm sorry. You got to watch it. And that is my top 25. Shawshank Redemption is number one. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I hope this is good enough for you, and I'll see you next time. And you've just been reeled in. Forgot about that.